Hello everyone, welcome to I Jump Instead and welcome to this 15-minute advanced buns of steel routine on a rebounder. We're going to be practicing our stretching and flexing skills in the glutes in order to maximize performance and results, okay? So when we stretch, we're going to keep our chest lifted, feet in a wide stance. We're going to bend over and reach the glutes straight behind us. When we feel ourselves stretching our glutes, they expand. The glutes, the fibers, the muscles expand. So that's what we want. We want to stretch and expand the glutes. And then we're going to practice and incorporate flexing. So going into the glutes and squeezing them, an isometric squeeze in the glutes while stretching them out, okay? Once we get those two skills dialed in, then we're pressing those two skills down into the mat, okay? Feet are flat and we're focusing in on the heels, okay? So heel pressing, stretching, and squeezing, those three are your focus. Go at your own pace, okay? Honor your heart rate. We're gonna nose breathe throughout the entire routine. Let's get right into it. 15 minutes starts now. Health bounce, chest up, chin level, teeth closed. Feel the down bounce tugging on every cell in the body, waking your muscles up, waking your cells, waking up your glutes. Let's go ahead and do some golf twisting. Opening up the back, the chest, the hips. Let's do some cat-cow. Here we go. Forward, back, forward and back. 2 bounces in each position. Feel the lower back getting looser, getting open. Now let's do some side to side kicks in 3, 2, and 1. With the mid bounce, kick, kick, and kick. Keep the chest lifted. Feel the waist, feel the lower back, all activating and getting loose and stretched out. Now feel into the glutes. See if you can do a little bit of a squeeze in the glute at the top of the kick. Starting to activate those muscles. Let's work our way back. So diagonal back kicks. Keep the chest lifted. Keep it as symmetrical as possible. Now let's do straight back kicks, keeping the chest lifted, lower back engaged, glutes engaged. 3, 2, and 1. A quick booty tap, just slap into the glutes, wake them up. 3, 2, 1. Feet in a wide stance, no bouncing, toes slightly outward. And we're gonna tuck the glutes forward and we're gonna squeeze and hold for 1 minute. I want you to relax your shoulders, chin level, teeth closed, and I want you to incorporate some micro movements, meaning we're gonna sway just a little bit. It's not about the sway, it's just about bringing this isometric squeeze to motion. So I want you to connect, scan the muscles, scan the top of the glutes, the bottom, the sides, all throughout, and both equally and individually. And really connect right now, mind to glute muscle connection. Keep squeezing, keep activating, holding that squeeze. A little bit of motion here in circles or forward and back. And we're gonna now incorporate a bounce. 3, 2, and 1. So you can keep your feet connected to the mat. You can have a partial lift, meaning the heels come up, or you can have a full clearance. It's up to you. Just focus on your glutes. Focus on symmetry in your landing. That's why we hold the bar. Focus on a relaxed upper body, staying as present as possible in your glute activation. If you feel you need to lean back, do so. You can hold the bar and lean back just slightly. You could even do a little bit of in and out. Just keep the glutes squeezed. Hold that squeeze. 3, 2, 1. I want you to bring the bounce down and actually stop bouncing. Take a moment. Let's get into our stretch position. Chest up, stretch the booty, squeeze into the glutes now, and let's press our feet down in steps, okay? Alternating into each foot. So we can have a little bit of lifting off the mat, but we really are targeting the heel press, the stretch, and the squeeze. Let's go ahead and fan the toes into an outward position, staying right here in our stretch and in our squeeze. Next up, we're gonna put our toes forward again, and we're gonna switch from a walk to a bounce. 3, 2, and 1. So we're gonna keep stretching our glutes behind us and squeezing, finding the balance between the two. Stretching is more important, and then we can add that squeeze as desired or as we are capable in order to really advance this glute strengthening position. So feel the glutes reaching and expanding and opening up, and then feet are flat, feel into the heels, pressing down. Now let's fan the toes in the outward position, staying right here in this glute stretch and squeeze. Next up, we're gonna put our feet together, but not touching. Toes forward, 3, 2, 1. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna just march or slow walk, slow press into each foot, alternating, all in the heels, okay? So you'll feel these glutes activating, and we wanna be in the stretch, in the light squeeze, and just be feeling into the pressing. Be feeling into the skill of this position, of this press, activating and connecting into our strength. Let's bring the feet into just a little bit of a wider stance, but still more narrow than our wide stance, okay? Stretch a little deeper. Now let's bring our feet together, touching. Stay right here. We're still just pressing into one heel at a time. Feet just about 4 inches apart, and let's switch to the bounce. Now, focus in the reach, the squeeze, and the down bounce. Into both glutes equally, chest is up. Take a moment to reach a little bit further and feel the expansion and the opening of both glutes. Just knowing that there's always room to progress your stretch. There's always room to progress your flexing skills. Staying as present as possible. Let's put the feet together. And we're gonna switch into a lunge position next. 3, 2, and 1. So now I want you to make sure that your weight is distributed equally into each foot. So you feel both glutes activating equally in this position. Feeling all the activation happening through the heels, or the press happening through the heels, but the feet are flat. Keep your glutes into that stretch and the squeeze. Switching positions, 3, 2, and 1. So if one glute starts to activate more than the other, shift your weight, shift your form so both glutes are activating equally. Switching lunge positions, back to the first in 3, 2, and 1. Stay in that reach, in that stretch, in that downward press. Switching feet positions in 3, 2, and 1. Other lunge position. Bending the knees just enough so you can down press, down bounce, and connect to the glutes, the stretch, and the squeeze. Three, 2, 1. Stand up. Put one foot in the center of the mat and just a few inches back. Take the other leg and stretch it straight behind you, and chest is forward, shoulders are square. Gently bounce. Stay right here, feeling your lower back and your glute. So can you squeeze that glute? And then can you hold that glute as high as you can? Switching legs in 3, 2, and 1. Lift it a little higher. Feel that glute, connect to it, visualize it being lifted, being activated. And in the next minute, we're gonna do back kicks with a mid bounce. Keep the chest lifted, activate the glute with every kick. 3, 2, 1, here we go. And kick, bounce, kick. Flex, flex the glute, glute, glute. Core is engaged, core is getting flexed with every down bounce. Lower back, getting nice and strong, firm, dense. Glute, glute, glute. Teeth closed. In the next minute, we're gonna do one leg jumping, focusing on the glutes, 30 seconds on each side, 3, 2, pick a leg, any leg, and here we go. So I want you to, right away, I want you to put a little arch in your back, so you're lifting the glute. Hands on the bar, use the bar to take off some of the weight, okay? This is strategic, so you can stay as symmetrical as possible and you can stay in your glute activation and the isolation. By taking weight off and putting it in your upper body, you can land into that glute and really lift the glute. 3, 2, and switch. Here we go. Lift, lift, lift. Connect. Feel the down bounce tugging on that glute lift, on that glute squeeze. Essentially, by lifting it, you're stretching it. You could also squeeze it. 2 more minutes. We're going to switch the other leg. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Feel the glute lift. Switching legs, 3, 2, and 1. So you want to be landing flat into the foot. Feeling the glute activate with every landing. Switching legs, 3, 2, 1, last minute. I have my back arched. That's strengthening into my lower back, strengthening into the glute, strengthening into the core, the ankle, the knee, the hips. Switching legs, 3, 2, and 1. Stay in perfect posture. Great job. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Health bounce. And I want you to do some light tapping onto your glutes. And last but not least, just a quick bend at the hips. Put your hands on the rim of the rebounder, and just a little bit of twisting into the waist and stretching into the glutes is gonna really help with recovery. You can do this bottoms up for as long as you desire. I encourage you to stay here while I stand up and say goodbye. And amazing job. How do your glutes feel? I want you to put the peach emoji down in the comments section, and I can guarantee you that you're gonna feel this tomorrow and that you're gonna adapt quickly. I want you to return to this routine if you're looking for amazing and extraordinary glute results, glute activation, glute shape, trophy glutes here in this class on a rebounder. Perfect these moves, okay? Perfect your stretching skills, your flexing skills, and your pressing skills, and your presence skills, okay? Please give this routine a like and comment that peach down below to give yourself a checkbox. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't already. And if you're interested in more routines from I Jump Instead, feel free to join our membership. We offer brand new routines every single week in our membership for only $24.99 a month. I'm gonna leave here a link to the playlist that is giving you the 15-minute routines for all the other body parts, just like this one, okay? Take care, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.